do you specifically remember back in the class of 1972?
Sue Reardon would be the name that comes to mind. She was smart. It made my job teaching much easier, and I was struggling still, learning how to teach. I think she made some suggestions that made me a better teacher, and especially at graduation, I hated to see her leaving the school. I was wondering what's going to happen to Rio without Sue Reardon. Warren Shank. I was there the day he put the shot on the moon. This guy was powerful, fast, beautiful form, outstanding athlete, and a nice guy. He also helped me become a better teacher. Don Ferenzi, I'd love to see him again. I really enjoyed his moment in the Rio gym when he became Mick Jagger for a few minutes. I would bet a lot of kids would remember that. Ferenzi was great. Way to go, Don. Remember the rule of 72 for investing, and rule of doubling, what it is. Don't live beyond your means, and I still live way below my means. And I hope they're able to do that and enjoy life and not be financially stressed.
I had very long red hair in 1972, and I was single, running around chasing man at night when I should have been grading your essays. And I looked through the yearbook, and I remember Debbie Marks, Gary Landowski, Ross Hutchins, Dick Paulson, Nancy Romig, Sue Reardon, Gordon Vaughn. I remember going to the plays, Finnegan's Rainbow, and Oklahoma was a big hit, was fabulous. You had your graduation out on the quad. Yes, it was hot, yes, it was stuffy, but really the reason it got canceled the following years was your parents were drinking in the audience. And I think some of you were drinking too. 1972 was wild, so you were a wild class, and we do have fond memories of you.
I definitely remember the production I did that year, and I think Dana Vincent was a senior, and Patty Cahoon I think was a senior, and some of the rest I'm not sure if they were seniors or not, but I have my Reader's Theater thing back when they did wonderful things in the yearbook, which they don't do anymore, with Reader's Theater pictures. If you're thinking about retirement at all yet, you might think, you know, do I really want to retire yet? Or do I want to do something part-time? Because it's really different when you're retired. Just staying in contact with the people in your class and around your class, because the older you get, the more it means to go to reunions, keep in contact with people, because those are your memories.
The Rayettes were really super girls. They were all dedicated young ladies, and we had to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think we had to be there at 5:45 every day of the week. I think it was just such a unique group, and in fact I think that there was nothing like it. They were the champions, you know, state champions in their competition. The discipline, the hard work, getting along with each other, cooperating with each other, and being a team, it's all life lessons. So those girls were really had it together. I mean, they were a unique group because I think they were so organized and had that work ethic. I think it was maybe Jesuit and Rio competing against each other. It was out at American Junior College, and it was pouring down rain, and I'll never forget all those girls. We had to go down in the mud in splits and kicks and dance their whole routine to slushy mud, and they did a beautiful, beautiful job, and in spite of the weather. And they ended up, like I said, keeping in touch for a long, long time, and now it's nice to be able to see them again, so I hope that I'll be able to see them at the reunion. Basic life lesson is to treat people how you would like to be treated. It's very general, but especially now in your life, if there's somebody that you maybe didn't really know well in high school, reach out and get to know them now, because life experiences and relationships are the best.
Nancy Romig, oh boy, Sue Cale's sister Nancy, to the Walker twins. I enjoyed our lunch a long time ago, and just, you've done okay. It was great seeing you. Hoped I was a good teacher. Besides, back then the girls couldn't compete. Hey, hey, hey. Title IX had not taken effect. Mid-70s, 75, 76, that
Yeah.
started. So
Yeah.
I was at Rio for 35.
Oh my God.
I was an original from 1963.
Was that the first year it was open?
It was. We went half day at Jonas Salk, split sessions because our campus wasn't ready. And I graduated in 1998. You're nearing retirement age. The biggest thing is have something to do that you're interested in so you don't get bored. Keep your days busy with activities.
Well, one of the persons I specifically remember is Jody. How could I not forget Jody? She was one of the radiant queens of the day. But one of the plays that we did at the time was Finian's Rainbow, which I happened to be the director of. And at the time, it was politically not a good play to do. And I, being still a relatively young teacher, didn't realize what the play had become, because we had now gone through the civil rights movement. And so to do a play where one of the characters in blackface becomes the person who is punished, and he's punished and made to be black. Well, one of them, oh, she was a standout, so I thought she was Sue Peters. She was an outstanding performer. One of the things about the musicals, a lot of people didn't realize, that all those dancers, male in nature, came off the football field. If anybody knows anything about dancing, they got to be great athletes. And we had great dancing guys during those plays. I never want to reach the age of 80 and turn around and look back and say, I wish I had.
And I remember all the players on the 1972 basketball team, because it just wasn't one player, it was a team. The most memorable event was going to the Wairika basketball tournament at the end of the year and winning the tournament. And it was the first Rio basketball team that won over 20 games. We were third best in the league between El Camino and Del Campo, but it was a tough league, and we were invited to the Wairika tournament. We ended up playing Wairika for the championship. And,
really?
We beat Wairika, and it was a very good way to end the season. From 72 to, I don't know, in the 90s, we were very good in basketball. So I give this team a lot of credit, because they were the groundwork that set the tone for the upcoming years. So it was special. I have a message for Jim Erickson. And this message is, when you drop your drawers, never show your face. So I walk in the gym for the yearbook picture, and guess what I see? And I go,
excellent.
I go, whoa! I said, that's not going to be done in the yearbook. And as I counted, there's 10 players there. Now I had 12 players. So either 2 players didn't do it, or 2 players were absent, but guess whose face is showing? Jim Erickson. My message to the class would be, I hope you attend many more class reunions, because they're your lifelong friends. And that would be my message, just to stay in touch with your classmates and always cherish them as lifelong friends.
Steve Roberts, you know, he was kind of a cool guy. So it was Kevin Richardson, the character man. Waylon Fat, of course I've had every Fat in class. Can never forget Larry Fuqua, big man on the canvas. It's the Ross Hudson. How could you ever forget him? That guy actually rescued my class once. Being the first year there at Rio was kind of foggy and still trying to get to know everybody. I remember it was an excellent class. We had a lot of fun. We had a few strippers run through.
Yeah, that was.
If I remember correctly. You know, and it was such a big deal. Everybody jump up, like, yeah, look at that. Actually, they were kind of going, oh, God. Are you kidding me? And whoever did that stripping, running stuff, you remember who you are. It was kind of fun. It wasn't Kevin Richardson, was it? No. For that, I also remember the musicals. Those were big-time things. The musicals were big time. And now that you're adults, I can talk about it. You know, there's nothing worse than having somebody demonstrate in a demonstration speech with a broom handle and a condom, okay? And this is how this works. And I can't even remember who did that one, but you'll remember wherever you are. Don't blink, because time flies in an instant. You know, I still think I'm 25 years old for some reason, but nothing better than family, and it goes fast. And once they're gone, you know what? There's no family, and you're alone. Just think of that. Just a thought. That's all. Just a thought.
I specifically remember Lisa Wilson, Jeannie Rosen. I remember a guy named Dave Long, Marianne Stetson. I have a list. I'm sorry, I have a list. Rob Witt. Oh my gosh, Rob, you were a wonderful person. Jackie Walker, who sang To Sir with Love, but in Spanish, at my wedding. Nina Cunningham, Leslie Wood, my Tri-High Y group, Frieder der Welt. Well, Jody Paddock, I should have mentioned her. Geez, she's been in my life all along. They gave me a bridal shower, and it was the biggest surprise for me. And I walked in, and I remember there was a TV show on that it was Laugh-In, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, and I was more interested in that, watching that, than the bridal shower for a while. Be yourself. I would value your health. You never know what's going to happen to yourself or to loved ones. And I would say just be a simple, sweet person to all of those around you. And it comes back. All the gifts you give of that kind come back. Y se me olvidó que buenas noches, los graduados del año 72. Sí, todavía yo hablo español y a mí me gusta mucho. P7 era mi clase. ¡Viva!